Now I'm going to show you the needle sculpting on the body. You can look here, you see how the waistline is very, very neat. You look at this one, you can't see the defined waistline at all. Also, I have a little belly button here, and then I have the little butt cheeks back here. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do all of that. So for the waistline, you want yarn quite a bit longer than actually going all the way around it. There are two ways to really do the waistline. I'll kind of show you both ways to do it. So I'm going to thread my yarn through the needle. I usually end at the back of the doll, but I'm going to start kind of towards the middle here. You want to find wherever the waistline of your doll is going to be. And I knit my dolls in the round, so you know when you knit in a round, it kind of makes a spiral going up. So my stitch here, which will be my starting stitch, my ending stitch will actually be the row above here. If you're knit flat and then seam together, your starting and your end are going to be on the same row. So I'm going to find kind of the middle of my doll, which is about here. And the two ways to do it, the one way, which is it's going to show your yarn a little bit, is just to kind of go back and forth through these loops. So go under one, over the next, under one, over the next, under one, over the next. And you'll do that all the way around the doll. Like I said, even though I start here, I'm actually going to continue around the back till I get to the back seam on this piece. So I'm going to leave a tail. And if you see, I mean, the downside to this one is you're going to have the piece of yarn showing. The upside is it is a lot quicker and easier than the other way. So the other way is you're going to work the grooves between it. So you have your stitch right here. Sorry, my camera's a little blurry today. You have your stitch here. But what we're going to work is, you see this bar between the two stitches? See if I can pull it up right here. You're actually going to work these bars between the stitches. So I'm going to start at the top of the bar, go through completely under the stitch, and I'm going to come up on the underside of the next bar. So top of the bar here, around the stitch to the underside. And I'm going to leave my tail to finish off. Now you're going to go back. This is the underside of the bar. You're going to go the stitch above. You're going to go over the bar now and come up under on the stitch next to you. It's very easy to miss your stitches and accidentally go down or above. So a good way to do this is to get stitch markers. And before you even start this process, mark every couple stitches, because it's easier to eyeball it here. So if I'm working this row of stitches, just mark here. Keep watching my line. This will just kind of make sure that you're staying in place as you work. So anyway, you kind of get the point. So I have, these stitches marked all in the same row. So make it easier later. You could also do this as you're knitting the doll. Kind of mark that they're all in the same row. Okay, so we're going to go back to what I was doing. Do the bar above, come out the bar below. Bar above, come out the bar below. Above, come out the bar below. And there's a reason why I start at the middle and work my way to the middle and then go back and go this way to this way. And I'll show you that here in just a second, why I do it that way. Because I used to start here, work my way around, then come back to here. But for some reason, whenever I pull it to make that waistline, it doesn't always seem to want to pull evenly. Okay, I'm now at the midpoint. So what I was talking about is at the end you're going to pull your yarn. So pull from one side. You kind of see how it's making a more neat waistline here. Now what happens if you pull from the back is it seems to make this tight and this tight, but then it doesn't want to make these front stitches tight, which is why I pause in the middle, because they're going to stay once you pull, as long as you don't pull a little bit more. So you can decide where you want your waistline. You might want it a stitch or two down. You might like it this high up. It really just depends on your preference. Okay, now I'm going to work my way back around. So I'm going to finish off the back here. Okay, so now I've made it to the middle of the back. So now I'm going to go back here and work around. If you knit in the round like me, you definitely want to place your stitch markers here. Because, like I said, you're going to end up coming out sometimes a row above. Anyways, alright. So now I'm going to go opposite. Where I was going, I'm going to go top to bottom, just going the opposite way. Looking back, I probably should have done this maybe a row down or so, since my increases are here and my last decrease is here. So I probably should have gone a row down, but I'm not going to go back now. Alright, so bottom to top, and this is where it gets tricky because you're going to do, you might have to go a stitch above to make them all come out even. Alright, bottom to top. Bottom to top. So now I came to the middle of the back with both my pieces, and I've made a neat waistline in the front. I'm just going to pull a little bit more. Alright, so now I've got a nice neat waistline in the back as well. Now, since you're going to come out, one of them is going to be in the bar below and one of them is going to be in the bar above. I'm not going to knot, but I'm just going to do one time like this. I'm going to place this string back through the top. So remember, one was in the bottom and one was in the top. I'm going to pass that through the body. And this one I'm going to pass through the lower one. Pass it through the body. And I'm just going to give this a nice tug to make that knot sink back into the body so that you can't see it, because now you can't see the knot. And I'm just going to cut these pieces flush with the body.